How's your
Yeah.
virtual NAMM going so far? I know you had the big launch on last Monday of your new products, and
Yep, we've launched Onyx and SRT speakers. So we've got two new product launches that we're coming out with, and I'm going to be going over those today, what I'll be sharing with you. And yeah, man, everything's been going really well. We've done some basically live events is what we're doing on our channel. I heard a lot of the other companies were kind of doing pre-recorded stuff. So we've invited on guests. We had guests like Rob Paulson, a voice actor for like Pinky and the Brain, Yakko, and
Mhm.
Jimmy Neutron, and all different types of stuff that he's done. But we've had a
He's
lot of good.
amazing.
Yeah,
He's
he's really
amazing.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've been doing stuff like that and just basically showcasing our product lines, and we're really excited about the new products that we've come out with. How's your NAM been so far?
Oh, good, good. It's a lot of Zoom interviews and stuff. I wish we could
Yeah.
all be in person, but hopefully, maybe summer NAMM, or definitely by next year's winter one, we'll be back in getting our hands on these products and listening to ourselves. So, but yeah, let's go over what you guys launched this year.
All right. So I'm Brad with Mackie. I'm a product specialist, and we're coming to you live from the NAMM 2021 Believe in Music event. Super excited to be here with Bionic Buzz to showcase some of our new products, and we're going to jump right into it and show you guys what we got. So before we do that, I want to give you a little history lesson about Mackie. So we have over 30 years of market leadership and innovation. We hit the ground running in 1989 when we introduced the LM1602 line mixer. Really revolutionized the pro audio industry by making affordable mixing possible for everybody, and then really set the bar for unprecedented feature set, value set, and we just set the new standard for affordable and power live sound mixers. We took that same mindset, and basically we have over 20 years of experience in creating loudspeakers and transducer products. You may recognize the SRM 450 there that was introduced in 1999. We have the largest user base with over 1.5 million units sold worldwide. So we have over 2 decades of experience in creating loudspeakers as well.
Very cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we're introducing the SRT series, which is pure performance, powerfully built, and intelligent design. And I'm going to jump into all the details, what's under the hood, and what makes these things sound so sweet. So we've got a 10-inch, 12-inch, and a 15-inch with an 18-inch subwoofer, more advanced power, clarity, and performance. And this is a technology package above the thump boosted model. So this is going to sit right in between. You've got your thump 12A thump boosted, and then you have our SRT models, and then our flagship models, which is the SRM V class series. So you've got 1300 watts with the thump, and then as you move up in the SRT, you get 1600 watts, and then V class SRM is going to give you 2000 watts. Boosted and SRT and V class all give you Bluetooth and app control with their own separate apps that you could download from the App Store. They're all called the respective names like Thump Connect, SRT Connect, and SRM V Class Connect app, which you could download from the Google Play Store or Apple's App Store. So pure performance and protection in these boxes, like I said, 1600 watts with universal power supplies and power factor correction. And what that is that you could take these speakers anywhere in the world, plug them in, and they'll work for you. That's with the universal power supplies. So basically, if you're going across the pond to Europe, if you're going up north to Canada, down south to South America, no matter what the voltages they're using, the built into the speaker universal power supply, there's no switching needed. It does that all on its own.
Oh, that's
Um, pa-
great.
yeah, it really is. Power factor correction, which is another awesome feature. It's like a power conditioner built into your speaker. So if you're running on a generator, if you're getting suboptimal power, let's say you're in an older building and it's not as clean power, what that does is it cleans everything up for you before it hits the speaker. So that's another step of protection that we offer. And then we like to call these the three flavors of customer investment protection. So you got amp input overload protection. So if somebody comes in and plugs a mic in or an instrument into your speaker and they turn it all the way up, we're actually going to protect the input of the amp from overload protection. So you could think of it like a limiter almost, or like a dynamic processor that basically damps down the input that prevents the amplifier from getting damaged. We also offer physics-based cooling, and this forced air cooling is like I like to call like the mad scientist over at Mackie. Basically, what we've done is we've took the air ports on the speaker and we've aimed them up at the amplifier. So the louder you get, the cooler you are. What happens is as the air is coming out of the speaker from the movement, it shoots that air back onto the amplifier, cooling the amplifier. So we call that physics-based forced air cooling. We also have auto temperature monitoring and reduction in DSP. And what that does is if you're outside and let's say you got the sun beating down on the speaker, it's getting very hot. You can actually go to the settings and see the temperature of the box. If the speaker begins to get too hot, what it does, it's intelligent design. It basically begins to reduce the DSP or the digital signal processing while still maintaining the tonal balance and the quality of the speaker, but it prevents the speaker from overheating. So that's another great feature that we offer.
Yeah, especially now that most concerts that are going on right now are outside for safety issues. So that's good to know.
Yeah, absolutely. And so this is our secret sauce, which makes our boxes sound so great and sets us apart from the competition. This is called Advanced Impulse DSP, or like I like to call it, Mackie's secret sauce. And what it is FIR filtering or finite impulse response. Now, every other competitor does FIR filtering, but they only do on-access filtering, which if you stand in front of the speaker, you get a decent sound while you're in front of the speaker. But if you move around in the dispersion zone, you're not going to get that same quality sound that you would get in the middle of the speaker. And what FIR filtering does is we identify all acoustic anomalies in the speaker by measuring 360 degrees around the product, and we correct for that through the entire dispersion zone. And a good example of that is, let's say you're running sound through a horn. You're going to get the sound of the horn incorporated into the speaker. So what we do is we correct for that. So whether you're using a wood cabinet, a polypropylene, a plastic, or whatever you're using, it's going to add to the sound of the speaker just because the components that you're using will add to the sound. But FIR filtering cuts all that out. So that honkiness of the horn that you get, we filter all that out. But not only do we do it on axis, we do it around the entire dispersion zone. So no matter where you're standing, you're going to get that same great sound that you would expect from our speaker. And that's what the Advanced Impulse DSP is in a nutshell. So it's a really great technology that's under the hood of these speakers. Now we offer superior wireless and customer experience. We've got, you can stream music wirelessly to 2 link speakers, whether you want it in stereo. So you have a left and a right side, all controllable through the SRM Connect app. And we have full control over the IO section, input and output section. So if I have a mic plugged in on channel 1 on my speakers, I can turn that up or turn that down wirelessly from the phone, from your smart device. And you have full control over that. There's also 3-band EQ. There's some presets in there that you can save. If you have a certain setting, if you go to a certain venue quite often, you can just load up the preset and you're ready to go. And there's also an option where you can run it in a zone mode. And what that does is it makes 2 mono speakers. And a good example I like to talk about that is, let's say you're having a wedding and you've got one speaker on the dance floor, and then outside you're having the ceremony services. Well, you can control each speaker individually in zone mode. So I can turn the dance floor speaker up while people are dancing and having a good time, and the speaker outside I can turn down and adjust for the vocal. If I want to add some EQ, a high pass filter for the voice, I can do all that from the phone.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet actually. The app is like one of the most user-friendly, intuitive apps. I mean, you don't even have to be a sound engineer to run the thing. It's very simple. Turn it up, turn it down. Just like your car stereo, you got a bass, high. You got an EQ, 3-band EQ, low shelf, high shelf, and a mid EQ. This is kind of how it stacks up with our series. You've got the Thump 12A, 12 boosted SRT, and SRM V class. We've done it with the 12. They're all going to come with universal power supplies and power factor correction, but you get wireless streaming, built-in digital mixer, full color display with a single knob interface, advanced impulse DSP, and a fully variable crossover as you go up in the series. You can look at the frequency response as well. They go lower and louder. So you've got 131 of dB SPL, and as you go up in the series, you get more for your dollar. But this is the SRT box, which is going to sit right in the middle now. We've got basically it's more advanced than anything else in its class that you would put it up against. But we've got Thump, where you would start out SRT and then SRM, which is our flagship model. Accessories and configurations, you can fly them from M10 fly points. They're flyable. You can stack them onto the subwoofer, the SRT 18 subwoofer, mount them onto a speaker stand, custom rolling bags, flyware kits, and all this stuff's available at Mackie.com. You can check it out on our website and get all the details there, all the accessories and everything that you would want to complete the package for your speaker system. So that's SRT in a nutshell. You kind of take a look at that back panel right there. You got two, it's a 4-channel mixer. You got 2 combo inputs on there. They take 1/4 inch or XLR. You've got direct outputs for channel 1 and channel 2. Let's say I plug my mic in channel 1 and I want to route the audio out, just my vocal mic to my floor wedge or my own personal monitor. I could do so with the direct output there. You've got an 1/8 inch 3.5 millimeter with a complete mix output as well. So you got the Bluetooth streaming, plug in your iPod into it. You can plug a guitar directly into it. We have a high impedance switch where you can change that in input 2. Allows you to plug a guitar in and or a vocal mic for a low impedance input. So you got plenty of options there. And you can pair it up with one of our wonderful mixers, like our new Onyx mixer, which we're going to get into right now, which is back. So Onyx, the Onyx mixer has returned. This audio mixer is the ultimate compact and affordable solution for live audio, home recording, and modern content creation. So, nowadays you think of a live sound mixer, you're like, oh yeah, I see a band jamming out. That's kind of what comes to our mind, or you're in a venue or a club or, a pub or something like that, and you see the mixer there. Well, now not only does it do those same great things, but we've actually advanced this mixer, which it was known for in the past before it had FireWire, but now we're using USB. You've got an audio interface that supports multi-track recording now. You got an Onyx 8-channel, 12, 16, and 24, same great features on the models, but as you move up, you get more channels for that recording, as we talked about. So classic sound, modern performance. You can record and play back not only on USB, but an SD card as well. There's an SD card slot there that will allow you to record your stereo mix down. We have a studio command, which is a powerful and intuitive full color display with a single knob interface, allows you to adjust effects, professional high resolution effects processor, Bluetooth streaming now on the mixer itself. So you can actually hit the Bluetooth. There's a channel on there with Bluetooth that you can engage. It's a complete powerful mixing toolkit.
That's neat.
Yeah, it's pretty dope, man. I mean, it's an audio interface, live sound mixer, content creation. I mean, pretty much anything that you could think of, this thing does. So it's just a wonderful mixer here. And this is kind of what it was known for in the past, with big bands. We've had one of our guys from Lincoln Park was actually on he used it for his band, Lincoln Park. So back in the day, and he just said when he got it, he felt like, he was professional. Well, that was when he really became professional, that he felt like a professional with that first piece of gear. And for us to kind of take that series from its mid 2000s is when, last time we've refreshed this, and bringing this back is pretty sweet. Awesome. So we have award-winning preamps in here, provides up to 60 dBs of clean gain. I mean, your power hungry microphones like an SM7B, you can plug right into this thing. Low noise floor, a lot of headroom, very clean sounding. Award-winning preamps are in there. Premium analog circuitry, which delivers studio quality sound and keeps noise to a minimum. You have the analog and USB channel strips with flexible routing. Legendary Perkins British style EQ. With sweepable mid-range, offers the classic sounds of the 60s and 70s, like let's say the Beatles or Led Zeppelin. That's going to give you that tone in the EQ there. And then we've got the digital effects engine, which includes the customizable reverbs, delays, and more with the dedicated effects EQ. So high resolution, 96 kilohertz, 24-bit multi-track recording for Mac PC via USB, direct to SD card stereo recording and playback, channel assignable 4-track USB return for 2 stereo pairs. Let's say you're running stereo pair out of your DAW. like Pro Tools, and then you've got maybe Spotify running or your streaming service. You can route back onto the board. You get all those options there. You could send your main mix to USB via dedicated switch. And then this is like an in-depth detail of the studio command, as we call it. The full color display, single knob interface, easy navigation of the effects parameters, onboard SD recording and playback. You can visually browse files on the SD card via the built-in display, and you can store up to 6 user effects presets for recall. So down below the SD card slot, you got your transport controls. Up above, you have the effects selection, your SD card selection, and then with that single knob, you can make adjustments to the effects. You can browse the files on the SD card. Very intuitive, very easy to use, and a really nice full color display. So like we said, you got the 3-band Perkins EQ on and off hard bypass switch on all channels, which will basically hard bypass the channels, so you're not going to get any noise at all. High impedance switches allows direct connection of guitars, basses, and other instruments. Stereo 1/8" and Bluetooth streaming channel right there. Aux and monitor outputs, dedicated per channel send control, dedicated control room outputs, headphone output with dedicated level control, overload indicators on all channels, pre-fader listen and after fader listen with channel solo, and they're backlit solos as well, and mute buttons. So if you're in a club and it's dark, you could see it visually. And then it wouldn't be complete without the software, and we include that as well. If we don't give you enough already, you're going to get the included software, and we give you Pro Tools first, which is the industry standard in professional production. You get 23 plugins with it, like 304E EQ, 304C compressor plugins up to a $300 value. And if one software wasn't enough, we give you another one. You get Waveform OEM traction with the DAW Essentials plugin bundle, which is also included. This is a full-featured, completely unlimited DAW, compatible with all popular plugins, and you get 16 essential plugins included up to a $200 value. So right there, it's like $500 just in plugins that you get for free with this system. So basically, man, in a nutshell, that's the all-new Onyx flagship mixers, professional feature set, boutique studio quality and circuitry with the analog circuitry and Perkins EQ, user customizable digital effects section, very competitive pricing, and the unique software package includes $500 in retail value.
That's huge.
And that is the Mackie Onyx mixers.
Nice job, man. Wow. A lot of good stuff going on there. Sweet. So, and all this is available now, or is it launching later this year?
So it's coming out. We're slowly rolling it out. You can see it on our website. They should be available a little bit later this year, but SRT should be coming first, and then the Onyx mixers. But it should be very shortly. You could check out all the detailed information on our website at Mackie.com. And then also make sure you follow us on YouTube at Mackie TV. You can find all of our latest content there. All of our videos for tutorials and other information that we put out there. And we'd love to hear feedback from you. If you have any questions or any ideas of tutorials that you would like to see, shoot us some comments on there. Make sure you subscribe, smash the like button, and then we'll get back to you as soon as possible. And then also follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Mackie Gear, so you can keep up with all the latest news. But yeah, definitely.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time. Talk to me, and great job on the presentation. And hopefully we'll see each other in person at some point at some NAMM, either at summer or next winter. So
absolutely, man. I appreciate it. You guys have a good one. Enjoy the rest of NAMM, and we'll hopefully we could see each other in person next year.
All right, man. Take care.
All right, brother.